Hey everyone, this is Robin Pike with Crafty Stamper, and today is July 5th of 2026. Since it's Christmas in July, and I've been showing some cards that I have uh, ready as a card kit, you can check all of that out either on my Facebook page or over at craftystamper.com, which is my website. But anyway, it's not about that right now. It's about this beautiful little card here that I wanted to show you. And after I get through with the video, I'm going to create a PDF, so it'll be free over on my blog later today. But anyway, it's just a really cute card, I think. And it is a book fold. And we just open it up like this. And then on the inside, you have Merry Christmas to you and yours. And it is using the Pretty Poinsettias. And let me find it. Let's see, here we go. Here's the dies here. This is what it looks like. And then here is the stamp set. And so, let's see, I think I used the Merry Christmas to you and yours came out of the Stitch Stocking bundle. So, but this one has pretty sentiments in it too. And in fact, we can use, I think I may use the Merry and Bright on the inside of it. So anyway, let's just go ahead and let's get started. I do have, look at these poinsettias are just beautiful. I've already put one together so you wouldn't have to see me recreate another one. But look at the detail in this. Is that not gorgeous? That is beautiful. And this is using our impressions plate. And this is something new that Stampin' Up! Came up with. I guess maybe, has it been a couple of months ago or something? And so anyway, it's just a really neat little tool to have. And it just goes along with your cut and emboss machine. And so anyway, it doesn't work with all of our dies, but it does have specific dies that we do carry that it works well with. So anyway, I just think this is just very pretty, and the detail in it is just gorgeous. And this is not showing up. It looks more like real red, but it's actually cherry cobbler. I guess the light's in here because I'm trying to give you enough light so you can see, and so it kind of brightens up everything. But and also what I'm going to use is the Stitch Stocking. Let me get the correct name for it. It is called the Stitched Season DSP. And that's what I'll be using today with this. I'm just going to use this piece right here. And I've got a mess with my DSP. I can show you a little bit of it. But I've been working with cards and creating kits, and so I don't have the full package here. But this is what the Stitch Season looks like. It's like that. And then the back side here. And then here's a little piece here that I've got and that. And let's see, we've got candy canes. And then on the flip side of that is the cardinals. Aren't they pretty? You know, I wasn't a fan of this when I first saw it. I was like, I think I'll pass on that. It's just not my favorite, and I'll wait and see what else, we come out with, because we'll be coming out with, when you're a demonstrator, you get to see things early. So that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. But anyway, we get to see things early. So we'll be seeing our new catalog that will be coming out in September. We'll get to see it sometime this month, about the middle of July. So I was going to wait around and see what else, we had to offer, because I know they'll have tons of stuff that I like. But after I started seeing some people create with it, and I thought, well, maybe I need to give it a try, because I wanted to do Christmas in July. So in order to do that, I needed to get this set. If not, I wouldn't have enough time to share anything for Christmas in July with you that was Christmas related. So anyway, I went ahead and purchased it, and I have had the best time with it. I have created some really pretty cards, I think. And I've seen tons of other people create with it. And so I just think it's a really good set. And there's so many possibilities with it. So I'm glad I ended up getting it, because I would have really missed out on it. But okay, so here's one side here. Then you've got this side. And I love this side here. And I'm going to show you a card that I created with this, and it was a bonus card for my my crafty card kit that I have. I have it going on right now. It's $45. You get some DSP and some ribbon with it. Plus, you'll get some other supplies to make your cards and stuff. So, but you would need the bundle for it, the stitched stocking bundle. But here's the piece here, and there's that. And then look at this. I think that's pretty. This green plaid, and then this is pretty, and then this is the back side of it. Let's see. I think that. I don't think I showed you this one. Got this piece here, and the back side is the green plaid here. So anyway, it's just some really pretty paper. Like I said, it's kind of, I've got some mix and match stuff in here because I've been cutting so much of it and playing with it. But let me show you the card I was telling you about that I used the little dainty flowers on. Now, I wanted to use that paper, and I'm like, well, what do I want to do with it? So I started looking around. So I wanted to pull out the Secret Sea, which is in the leaves here. Well, then it's got Mossy Meadow, or not Mossy Meadow, it's got Old Olive. And so I wanted to use that because I thought that complemented the color in this. And then the green plaid, I liked it because the small little leaves here that you can see have the peaceful pine in it, which is in this plaid. And so I decided I was going to create it like this. And I love this embossing folder. And it actually goes with our Halloween set, but it's perfect for Christmas. It's got the little swirls, which to me reminds me of like a little blizzard or something. And you got the little swirls going on and snow flying around everywhere. Anyway, so I thought, I just love it. So I've been using it a lot. And so, anyway, so I used it on this too. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm going to make a Secret Sea poinsettia. And so that's what I did. And I like the way that it turned out. I think the colors are very pretty in it. And so I just wanted to kind of go over that and show that to you. So there's just all kind of possibilities. It doesn't have to be red or cherry color or traditional colors. We can, get away from that a little bit, even though I do love traditional colors. I think they're pretty, but we can do other things with it. So anyway, but today we are going to use the traditional colors. My mom loved this card here. She really did like it. So we're going to recreate it. So I've already got one poinsettia done here. And so that way it wouldn't hold you up. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with this. And hold on just a second, okay? You're fine. Okay, I'm so sorry. My mom turned the TV on and she's having a little trouble hearing these days. And so it was kind of loud. So I went ahead and closed her door. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and let's get started with this. And let me get the dimensions for this. And as I said, I will post it on my blog later today. I'll get it put up there. But here we're going to do, it's going to be 11 by 4 1/4. So we already have the 11 going down through here. So here we're just going to do 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut that through there. And then we're going to score this at 5 1/2. And then we're going to do 6 3/4. So we're going to have to put the arm out. Okay. And when you do this is a book fold. And it looks so weird because it's like, okay, this is not going to work. This does not look right. It throws me off every time. But all you do is we're just going to fold at this score line here, which was the 5 1/2. And then you've got your book fold. And what we're going to do is take this piece here and we're going to kind of push this back, which gives your little book fold. And then we'll put glue on the inside of it here. And that keeps it down. And there's your book fold. And you can do it like this if you like, but I like it like this, and that's the way I decided to do it. Either way is fine, and I use it both ways. But on this particular card, I decided to go this other way with it. Okay, so we're going to have to cut some basic white cardstock. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cut the inside, and it's just 4 by 4 is what you're going to put on the inside. So we're going to cut this at 4 by 4. And that will be the inside of it. And then we're going to need another 4 by 4, and then we're going to emboss this piece. Let me make sure. I think that's 4. Yeah, that's 4. Okay. So we've got that aside, and let's get the embossing folder. And here the embossing folder is. And I need to get you the name of the embossing folder in case you'd like to know what it is. I know I would. If I'm sitting here showing all of this to you, I need to have the name ready for you. So it'll take me just a minute, and I will get it for you. I've got such a mess on my desk, and I don't never see that it will ever get any better. Okay, so the Swirls of Magic embossing folder. This is it here. Like I said, I love it. I can see me using that a lot on a lot of different cards. So, and I'm just going to put it in here. And then we've got to take these plates out here. And we're going to use this. And we're going to use the number 2 plate. And then I'm going to put our gray plate on here, which is our number 4 plate. So let's put this in. So we've got our platform here. Getting this up here a little bit more. We got our platform here. We've got our number 2 plate. We're going to put this in the embossing folder here. We're going to put the top plate on, which is the number 4, and we're going to run it through. And then this is what we end up with. Isn't that pretty? And like I said, this comes with the our Halloween suite that everything was just released on Wednesday, July 1st. So if this has not been on your wish list or you have not ordered it, I would definitely get it because it's not just Halloween. Like I said, I'm going to be using this a lot. Put this aside for right now. And go ahead. We'll get this. I'm going to go ahead and glue. It looks like I don't know. It may have just been water on it. Okay, I thought it was glue at first. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get this glued down. I'm just going to put some glue right in here. And then get this put down. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down. And I did just glue it down. I didn't put it down with dimensionals or anything. Something on that. Okay. All right, so I've got that. Okay, now this piece here is going to be 1 by 4. So we're going to cut it. I think it's already at 1 because I used it to create the card to show you. And we're going to cut it by 4. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on. And I think this is pretty with the little holly berry and leaves on here. I think it goes really good with this. And I can't remember if I told you, but this is cherry cobbler, the base that I'm using. I didn't want you to think it was real red. Of course, real red would look really good with it. I just wanted a deeper color for my poinsettias. And like I said, they kind of look washed out with the lighting in here. So, but on my pictures, I think it'll pick up the correct color that, that we've got in it. So anyway, okay, so we've got that done. And let's go ahead and I'm trying to think if I want to put the ribbon on next. I guess we could. We could go ahead and put the ribbon on. It could be done at the end, but it'll be my most challenging thing that I do today. I'm not very good. I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better, but I'm not there yet, So anyway, I love this ribbon. Okay, so this comes with the kit with the let me see. Let me get the correct name on here. The suite for this is called the Stitched Season Suite. And this is real red stitched ribbon. And you also, with the suite, you get these pretty little buttons here. And they're so cute. Like they've got the little glitter around them. And I think they're really cute. So this is our ribbon that we're going to do. And I'm going to try to work this around here and not waste too much of it. And then I always like to, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. You'll probably gasp at how much I end up cutting off. But like I said, I'm just not the best with making the bows, and I like to leave myself extra. Okay, so here we go. So, and then make sure when you put the ribbon around that the back of it is flat. You want it to be like this. So, and then we're just gonna, and what I'm gonna do, because when I tie my bows, like facing the way that the bow is going to lay, it always comes out looking like I did it upside down. So if I do it upside down, then it seems, I know this is crazy, but it works out better for me. So let's go ahead and do this. Get our little bow going. Like I said, this will probably be the hardest thing I do today because I am getting better, but it's not something that I'm very comfortable with. Okay, so I've got my bow here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these tight here, little bows, and then I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm going to tighten it up again. Put my fingers in here and pull it, and try to keep them looped up because I like them to be looped up, have the big loop in them and not flat. I don't want them to be flat. Okay, so see now when I flip it around to the side that it should be, then my bow is facing down, which looks a lot better. It's like I kind of got that one twisted a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this. That ain't too bad. I could have made a little bit. So I wasted that much of it. So. And I'm happy with that. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, so now I have my pretty little bow. That's not too bad, is it? Like I said, I'm getting a little bit better with it. Okay, so next, let's go ahead. Let's work on the inside. We'll go ahead and I'm going to get the poinsettia. This is the stamp here, and I've got my cherry cobbler. And so we'll just put it down. I just kind of put it down at the corner. Just like that there. So it's cleaning it off. Okay, so I just put it down. Let's see how I want to do this. I think I want to go this route with it. Okay. So now we have that. And then I'm going to get Old Olive. And I'm going to put these little sprigs on it here. And I'll have everything that I used on my blog along with the free PDF. So you don't have to worry about trying to figure out where everything's coming from. So I'll have everything there for you. Okay, so we've got that. We put those little sprigs right there. Then I've got the Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to make the center of it yellow. And I stamp it twice because it's a small little center for the flower. And that's the way it fills up there. And I want it to fill up a little bit more. So I stamp it and then I go down a little bit lower and stamp it again. And then that fills it up more. Okay. And then let me see. I thought I would use a different greeting on here. So let me pull it out and get it put on a block. And I'm going to do the Merry and Bright. I'm going to take this off here. And now I've got red all over me. I should have cleaned it before I touched it. I'll probably have red everywhere. Do y'all ever do that? I hope y'all had a good 4th yesterday. We were kind of lazy. We didn't do anything. We used to get together all the time. It was my my dad's birthday, and he's been gone since 2010. So we used to get together and grill out and cook with my family. And so, but anyway, but now it's just me and my mom out of our family. I've lost both of my brothers. And so it's just me and my mom, and of course, my husband and my kids. But we decided that it was so hot here in Alabama. Oh, my Lord, which I know it's hot everywhere. The humidity's been terrible. And so, but we just decided to stay in and stay cool. And we just went and got us something to eat last night. So it ended up being great. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this put in here. And I'm just going to glue it in. And I love that Merry and Bright. I think that's very pretty. Look at that. I love the little cursive in it. I think that's just, and it's so, the lines are so thin in it, so it makes it look more dainty. I think that's very pretty. There, let's look at it close. Very nice. I love that. Okay. All right. So we got this much done. So let's go ahead and let's get started on the poinsettia. Now, this is fun. I love doing all of this. Sorry for my squeaky chair, but we keep pulling it and it's not working. I need to get me a new one. That's all I can say. The new one needs to be purchased. Okay. Let's see. I need to get my bottom 2 plates. And then I will need my top 2 plates. Let me find what I did with them. Here's one. Now I need the other one. Here it is here. Okay, and so this is real red, not real red, but cherry cobbler cardstock. So I'm going to take all of these and put it over here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to put the poinsettias on here. Okay, and then I want to run these through. So I'm going to get a piece. I've got a little scrap piece of white paper somewhere on my desk. Let me see. Here it is. And now I'm just going to put those here. And then I'm going to run this through. Okay. And now what we will need to do is when you do use the impressions plate, these need to be in when you do the impressions plate. They will fall out, and that's okay because all we're going to do is just lost one of the poinsettias. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. This is my little white center pieces. So I'm just going to lay them over there. Okay, so here I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put these back in here. And then let me find my little piece that I just had for the poinsettia. It fell on the floor, so there's no telling where it went. Okay, I found it. So let me go. I got to go down to the desk underneath it and get it. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so here we're just going to put this one back in here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mist it up with my little spritzer here. And here's my spritzer. And we sell these. You can find these shopping with me, my online store. Like I said, I'll have all of this on my blog. So you don't have to worry about trying to write things down. All right, so here we're just going to put these back on here and make sure that they're in their little areas where they need to be inside the die cut. Okay. It's wanting to stick to me. All right, that looks good there. Okay, here is the impressions plate. This is what it looks like. And it's like a soft rubber, as you can see. You just kind of, but they call it an impressions plate. And we put some water on that, just spritz it. And that helps for it to take. And what I should have done is showed you, I'll show it to you on the next one, the leaves that we do, if I don't forget. I was going to show you what it looks like before and after you use the impressions plate, because there is a big difference with it. Okay, so let me get my cut and emboss machine back up. And then when you use the impressions plate, then you put the number 4 on top of it. And now we run this through. And that will get that deep impression that I showed you earlier on the poinsettias. Okay. And here we have this. And that one moved a little bit on me, you can kind of see, but it's still okay. And then this one, let's pull it out. Here we have it. Look at the impression on that. All right, so let me get this one. And then I'm going to run this through using this here, and I'm going to make a leaf with it. So, and I'm going to use the Old Olive two-tone cardstock here. All right, so we're going to need those 2 plates, and we're going to need our clear plates. So it's just our big base plate, the number 2, and the number 3s here is what we're going to be using just to get the cut, the die cut. Then we'll use the impressions plate just a second. All right, so here we're just going to put that back over there, and then we're going to run this through. Okay, so this is the difference. You can see this compared to this. You see the difference in that? It's a big difference. This is just real poofy and looks really good. And this looks good. There's nothing wrong with that. But this just gives you the poofiness, makes it look a little bit more realistic. All right, so let's go ahead and take care of this one. We're just going to get that, remove this. These 2 plates need to be removed. Then we're going to come back with the impressions plate. And here I'm just going to put these back in. And let's see how we're going to line it up here. No, wrong way. Let's see, this has to go over here. Line it up with that little small leaf there. Okay, and then I'm gonna spritz it down. Okay. And then we're gonna put the impressions plate on it. And then we're gonna put the number 4 plate on it. And we're gonna run that back through. And then we'll have all of our pieces for our poinsettia. Okay, and there we have it. So pretty. Okay, so now we're through with that. So we can move this out of the way. And now we're just we need to go ahead and get this put together. And it's really simple to put it together. And I tell you something I'm going to go ahead and do. We're going to use the rhinestones and we're going to color them with the cherry cobbler. And I used, let's see, I used 3. I did the big one and then a small one and a medium-sized one. So let's go ahead and get this one colored here. And then this can be drying. It doesn't take long, but this just helps. I think I'm going to go over that one just a little bit more with my bigger tip. Looks like my big tip has kind of had it. You can you see there you go. You can see the tip of it's kind of lost its look. Okay, so let's move this aside now. Those can be drying. And let's go ahead and let's get our glue out. You could use glue dots if you want to. Either one's fine. I just find that it works just as well. Just get your the mat out. And then that way nothing will stick to it. And just play with it and lay them down to where they're kind of in between the layers. And we can also maneuver these little green leaves once we get it put down on our card. We can kind of move and play with it. So, but this is, I just stick me some glue on here, just right there in the center, and then just kind of move it around and just fill in the spaces. And then this top piece, it's just the same way. Okay. Then I need to take these little white pieces out. And I use both of them. I just take the small one and place it on top of the big one. And that gives it a little bit more fullness. Now, later on for Christmas, I could see this being done in gold and having like a gold layer and then these being in gold. That would be very pretty. I think that would look really nice, real elegant looking. But for this, I thought it looked good with the colors that I had used in it. It picked up the white and the stitching for the ribbon. And then also for my background too that I used. So I was fine going with white on this. But like I said, at Christmas time, I could see doing some cards and using the gold. And oh my Lord, that would be so pretty. That would really make this pop and look so nice. And I'm going to let that dry for a second. But as you see, using this, yeah, I thought the white looked good with it because you got your white stitching in here. You got the white background and then the white in this. Now on this right here, I used, let's see what I did with them. I used my little Greetings for All Mix and Match ephemera pack. And I used one of the small ones that just says Merry Christmas. And I think I've got one more in here I can use. If not, I could use the Happy Holiday. Oh, there it is. Merry Christmas. And this I just put up on dimensionals. I use the small dimensionals for it. All right. So we can put this back up. But these are real good to use. Makes it very quick. You know, just pull these because there's all kinds. They've got the Easter, thanks, oh happy day, thankful for you, congratulations, happy Mother's Day, which all those have passed, but we've got a bunch in here. Happy birthday, best wishes. Anyway, sweet baby. So you've got a bunch in there. That's a very good set to have. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put this. I put the poinsettias up on dimensionals. I just put one in the center. Let's go ahead and get this one here. And I just put it right in the center like that. And then here, I just want to kind of tuck this underneath here. Okay, and then see here, you can kind of bring your little leaves around and let them show more. You can kind of move everything around. If you want to, you could use a glue dot to help them stay in place, you know, to where you could get it like you like it. But I think, you know, like I'm happy with it like that, so I didn't see a need in it. But if they're not cooperating, then you can. And that happens a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so here I'm just going to kind of put this around. And I want to kind of bring the green over here to the red a little bit. Not that it matters, but, you know, hey, it gives it a little, brings a little green right there around that red and pops out there. So, okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to put the Merry Christmas on here. Just putting it here in the center, just over them like that right there. I thought that was a good place for them. And so we're just going to get our little mini dimensionals, and I'm down. That's what my pack looks like on this one. So I'm just going to cut me up a few little pieces here to put on there. I'm not sure how many I need here. Okay. So we've got them on there like that. And we're just going to take them off. And then here we're just going to put this right here across. Okay, I'm going to put that here. And then we're going to get these. Okay, and then we're going to put these right here. And then this right here. And then I'm going to put this one over here. And then our card is complete. So, oh, I need to do one more thing. But there you have it. There's the card. And it comes together very easy, and it's just so nice, I think. Let's put a little wink of Stella on the center. Got to give it a little shimmer. I'm not sure if I got very much in this one right here. Looks like there's enough to make it look good. Give it a little sparkle. I don't know if you can see it or not. Might not be that much. Okay, so here's our finished card here. And then you got the inside. Merry and bright. And I think that just turned out so pretty. All right, well, let's pull this back in. And I have created, let me show you here. This right here is my crafty card kit. And this is what you're gonna receive some of the supplies here that you have. You're gonna need to order your bundle. And then I do have a bonus project, which is this card that I showed you. This is going to be included with it. And it's $45. Or if you don't need all of it and you want a PDF, I do offer that too. And the PDF is $15. You do get some supplies with the kit, the DSP and the ribbon, and then I'll send you the embellishments that I use. But you've got your pinwheel card here. And I just kind of want to scan through it and show you what my tutorials look like. They're very easy to follow. And here we have a gift card. Another card. So if you're interested, you can find me over at craftystamper.com. And that's my website. And then if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'd love to have you over there because I do have a lot of tips, techniques. I share videos. I share cards. I share sketches, and we do have prizes sometimes too. So, and they're very nice prizes. So, I'd love to have you follow me over there, and that's on Facebook at at Crafty Stamper. My name's Robin, but my company name is Crafty Stamper. So you can find me at Crafty Stamper. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great Sunday, and I thank you for hanging out with me, and I appreciate your business. And I will see you soon. Bye.